That's
Whatever after the questions are asked.
Senator, why don't you just begin by telling us about this letter?
I was very pleased that Dr. Andrei Sakharov, Soviet Union's top man in science, the father of the Soviet hydrogen bomb, would do the unprecedented, and that is address a letter to the Congress of the United States asking the Congress to remain firm on the amendment that I've introduced, which will make it possible for the first time an implementation of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights adopted by the United Nations in 1948. And I think the significant part of his letter was not just that he undertook a first in Soviet history, but he pointed out that his plea was not just for Jews alone. He is a Gentile, as is Solzhenitsyn. But he pointed out that there are tens of thousands of others who are Gentile, Great Russia, the Lats, Latvians, the Lithuanians, Estonians, the Turks, the list is long, who also seek this right. I believe that this is a milestone, the beginning of what can be a real human detente. It seems to me that at this point in our history, our government has a responsibility to speak out now in the name of freedom. This is why it's distressing when a man like Mr. Weinberger, head of HEW, would condemn Dr. Handler, the head of the National Academy of Science, who is speaking in behalf of scientists everywhere, that we stand up as a people in behalf of those who seek to obtain just a tiny bit of freedom. I thought this government was sort of anti-communist in the sense of being for freedom.
Senator, would you be concerned that there would be official retaliation of some sort against Sakharov by the Soviet government?
I believe that Dr. Sakharov is not naive to life in behalf of those causes and efforts to protect the civil liberties and the civil rights of people. And this is a golden opportunity in our history to do something about it. And I'm just shocked and dismayed that there would be these two events that have been brought to light, Mr. Weinberger and Mr. Lazarus of the Department of Commerce, who went over to fight it. I don't understand it. I thought that this whole struggle was about freedom and individual liberty and individual conscience. And to condemn the top man of science for doing this is incredible, and I think it denigrates the standing that we've had in the world among intellectuals everywhere. This comes at a time when intellectuals in Europe, the far left, communists, have been tearing up their party cards in the last 2 or 3 months. It's a bit of the Czechoslovakian conscience of...
You say the defense budget can be cut.
Well, last year the administration's defense request was cut approximately $6 billion. This year we have a